exercise, you need to find a wall that your legs can go up. We're going to sit close to the wall, lie on your side, and then roll onto your back. And we're going to lengthen your legs up the wall. Now, you want to be in a position where you can have a neutral pelvis. And what I mean by neutral is my pelvis is not rolling towards me or lifting off. My lower back is not pressing into the ground. You want to roll your pelvis so that your tailbone can be reaching into the ground. So if that means you need to scoot away from the wall because your legs are popping up or your pelvis is lifting up, then you want to scoot away from the wall enough so that you can keep your tailbone down on the ground. Then from there, I'm going to put the timer on for 4 minutes, and then we are going to flex your feet and reach your toes back towards your face. And you want to make sure that it is the outside of your toes, your pinky toes, that are reaching down towards your face. No, so we're not swiveling our feet inward like this. We're trying to have a flat foot as if you're standing on the ground with your feet here. And then we're going to make this a little bit more active. You're going to try to engage the front of your quads. So sometimes it's helpful to put your hands on your quads and just see if you can feel those muscles activating underneath your hands. Once you get a sense for that muscle activation, what that feels like, then you can rest your arms out to the side. And we're going to sit here and breathe. Your upper body is trying to relax and chill out. Your lower body is settling into this. Your quads are really active and your feet are really flexed. Now this is doing a few things. One, you might be noticing that it's lengthening out the back of your legs. And that is definitely part of what we want it to do. We do want to lengthen out the back of our hamstrings. But we're doing so in an active way. We're not just like resting and letting our legs try to just not have any support as they're lengthening. We're trying to really activate through the front of our legs, our quads, so that our hamstrings can lengthen with support. The other thing that we're doing is folding at the front of your hips. We're increasing the crease at the front of your hips. That's why having a neutral pelvis is really important. If we allow our pelvis to roll towards us, then our hamstrings are actually shortening, and we are not getting the engagement through the front of our hips that we need for so many things. When we sit, when we squat, when we bend over, we need to be able to fold at the front of our hips. If we're not folding at the front of our hips, when we do those things, we are bending our back and putting more pressure into our lower back than is necessary. So the more we can get our hips to flex, increasing the crease here while lengthening through here, the more we're going to be able to do all of those functional movements without putting undue stress on our back. We're just going to be able to bend at our hips versus having to transfer some of that movement into our back. Let's see where we are in our timer. About a minute left. Keep engaging through the front of your quads. See if you have a similar experience side to side with your quads. Sometimes we'll be really engaged with one and the other one is going to be it's going to be hard to keep on. That's okay. Just notice what your experience is. Over time, the more time you spend working on engaging both quads, the easier it is going to be to get both quads to stay online and be online equally. Take a few deep breaths into your lower back. Relax through your shoulders and your jaw. And that's my timer. You're done.